Hi, welcome to Sync, the bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry for May 26th through the 29th. My name's MikeyDood, and let's get episode 25 underway. Switch port company claims any current gen game can make the leap. Virtuos, a highly regarded company based out of Shanghai who are experts at porting games to the Nintendo Switch, have recently made the claim that basically any current gen game can make the leap to the Nintendo Switch. To them, they only see these as a compromise to get the game into a state that everyone finds acceptable between Virtuos and the original devs. Virtuos then take their time wringing every bit of memory out of the game they can. Their results seem to be impressive as they've already worked on some of the most challenging Switch ports, such as the upcoming BioShock Collection and XCOM 2, or the already released Dark Souls remastered. Silent Hill content comes to Dead by Daylight. Following up their other horror pop culture themed DLCs, Dead by Daylight has unveiled the newest addition to the game, that of Silent Hill. Characters including Pyramid Head and Cheryl Mason and a location from the franchise, Midwich Elementary School, are all set to make a return in the DLC. Of course, this DLC comes at an interesting time for the Silent Hill franchise, as rumors of a reboot are swirling consistently. The Dead by Daylight team characterizes this as just lucky, but we feel that Konami could be plotting something. Snippets of Black Ops 4 Cancelled campaign leak. Bits of a cancelled single-player campaign mode for Treyarch's Black Ops 4 have leaked out on Reddit recently, and basically, we just get to see what could have been here. The mode was apparently tied to a new multiplayer gimmick they were messing with in development, that of a 2v2 highly objective focus mode, and apparently the campaign was to work off of many of the same themes. The story goes that this mode was cancelled due to a time crunch for Treyarch, and out of the ashes of this campaign came Blackout. Gee, thanks. So it's interesting to see what they were planning on doing with the game had everything gone how they wanted. Analyst points to likely GTA6 release date. In the recent financial disclosures from all the top video game companies, some info was bound to be hidden and staring us in the face. Well, analyst Jeff Cohen has found that Take-Two has budgeted for a larger increase in marketing spending in 2023 to 2024. He estimates, based on this huge increase that is nothing like any of these years before it, that a Rockstar title or something similarly major is releasing in that window. It lines up with their overall timeline, so it remains to be seen, but we are hoping for a new Rockstar title sooner rather than later. Metro Exodus removes Denuvo. Developer 4A Games took to Metro Exodus Steam community page to update fans on a new patch for the game, which will include multiple bug fixes and tweaks and will also remove Denuvo from the game, a long requested move. This may help with various issues players have encountered while playing the game. We here at Sync had mixed experience with this game, with one writer unable to get the game to even open when launching from Game Pass. GOG Summer Sale. The summer sale on GOG, CD Projekt Red's DRM free games distribution platform, has begun. Many great deals are to be had, including a build-your-own Devolver digital bundle, half off on the newly Denuvo-free Metro Exodus Gold Edition, Disco Elysium at 25% off, and Westwood's highly regarded Blade Runner game at 20% off. These deals are great, and like we mentioned, no DRM for those who are into that sort of freedom. GOG even allows you the option of using their launcher, Galaxy, which can pull from other launchers such as Steam to bring your games all into one platform. EVE Online Invasion Chapter 3 goes live. As we stated last episode, EVE Online was preparing a June release that has been pushed up and now live. The EVE Online Invasion Chapter 3 is now live across New Eden, and pilots have been choosing sides in the new growing conflict between the races of New Eden and the invading Triglavian group who have come from the depths of abyssal dead space. In an open conflict between Edencom and the Triglavs, both sides will be able to earn some respective faction reputation used for rewards by taking out opponent structures and ships. Which side will you choose? The long-standing Edencom and its alliances across the system, or try your hand proving your worth toward the flow of Virage? More changes will be coming soon to the world of New Eden, and it's our job to keep you updated. The Last of Us Part 2 exclusive Sony preview. Neil Druckmann and Sony representatives brought the community some updates on The Last of Us Part 2, including an 8-minute preview of never-before-seen content. In the third of 4 presentations focusing on the world Naughty Dog is building, Neil took time this week to walk fans through the world Last of Us will be, how visceral and how engaging the world is planned to be, and walking through what players can expect come release in June. While hype has died down a bit for this stellar upcoming title, this gameplay preview contains some new looks at the game, but to limit on spoilers, we will link the rest below. On a final note, the embargo date for press reviews to be lifted is June 12th, a week before release. ANNO History Collection announcement trailer. Ubisoft hit us with a surprise this week as the ANNO History Collection was formally announced through both the press release and YouTube announcement. The History Collection will focus on the titles in ANNO that date back to the early 2000s. ANNO 1602, 1503, 1701, and Venice 1404 will all be remastered in 4K and moved onto the modern ANNO engine. This includes all bonus and expansion content for each of the massive titles. The ANNO series is a city building game focused around large-scaling micromanaging of a colony or some other territory until a victory state is achieved. Both multiplayer and full save compatibility are ready for these games, so if you are a longtime fan or only played some of the more recent ANNO titles, this is one to keep your eyes on in the coming months. Black Desert Online's first global event, Heidel Ball. Black Desert Online is one MMO that, even though it's seen success globally, the servers are still sharded apart into regions. This is going to change for a limited time event dubbed the Heidel Ball, a full night of glitz and glam at the in-game Heidel Castle for all to attend. Whether you play on the North American, Korean, or Middle Eastern servers, everyone will be able to join together across servers and enjoy this event and reward-filled evening. The ball will take place May 30th, and the site below will have times per region for the global event. Blizzcon Cancelled. Blizzard, much like nearly every other company of their stature and type, have canceled their in-person events for the rest of the year. In this case, of course, BlizzCon is on the chopping block, with BlizzCon 2020 due to take place in early November now being canceled. An online event will take place of the in-person conference, with that being tentatively dated for early next year, leaving many gamers wondering why exactly Blizzard can't get a good bit of this content out online sooner. No Man's Sky headlining June Game Pass releases and more. Microsoft has some sweet dealing coming in June to both Xbox Game Pass and Games with Gold. Starting off, No Man's Sky will be coming to Game Pass midway through June. This space exploration title has received multiple updates, and if you played it when it first released, we highly recommend a replay. The game has undergone a metamorphosis compared to its original state, and it's highly playable. Then for Games with Gold, we have Shantae and the Pirate's Curse and Coffee Talk for the Xbox One. Xbox 360 owners, and through Xbox One backwards compatibility, the original Destroy All Humans for Xbox and Seen Mora for the 360. Destroy All Humans comes at a great time to play now before the remake comes out, which promises to chance up some things. Overall, a great showing from Xbox. Now go get those games. Stadia monthly announcement brings big surprises. Stadia's monthly announcements have hit a regular release schedule, as the latest blog post outlined the upcoming games joining in the month of June. Jotun Valhalla Edition, a beautifully animated journey, and Sundered Eldritch Edition, a hand-drawn platformer, both enter the catalog and are available for purchase starting June 5th. A bonus to Stadia Pro members is on June 16th, as the Elder Scrolls Online is joining the service. Including the much-loved Morrowind expansion, subscribers will be able to pick up a copy for free, while non-pro members can purchase it for $60 straight into Todd's wallet. Mortal Kombat 11 and The Crew 2 are both receiving add-ons this month, and of course, owners will have those day one without any additional purchase. Stadia has slowly been rolling out new games to their service, but only time will tell if Google keeps them around. Full IGN Summer of Games schedule revealed. IGN has rolled out their game plan for the Summer of Games, showing off several content creators, the upcoming IGN Expo, and the whole month of announcements waiting for us in June. Starting off on the 5th, the IGN Expo is opening its virtual doors to the public with a slew of showcases, announcements, and reveals. The first day holds 3 unannounced game reveals, while the next 2 days are holding the Guerrilla Collective showcase we brought to your attention a few episodes back, then closing off the week with a few more announcements and reveals. But you would be mistaken thinking that is it for IGN's month of stealing E3 from E3. The 2 following weeks will see both a CD Projekt Red livestream and the EA Play Live on June 11th, and a full showcase of games on the 15th that are set for release later this year. The event continues through the 24th, where we will see a Torchlight 3 preview and a deeper look into Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, the BBC-funded title mentioned last week. Overall, set your alarms and be ready for IGN's Summer of Games. Microprose announces new game. Developer Microprose has announced a new game entitled The Mighty Eighth, a game that puts you in control of a World War II simulation while piloting the various functions of 2 of the most famous planes in the history of aerial combat, the B-17 and the B-24. We're showing you footage of another game they've recently announced, Sea Power. Monitor comms, drop bombs, and guide your flying fortress to victory in this new game, which will be playable both in VR and not. We can presume with the VR mention, this title will be coming to PC, but Microprose remains scant on details details other than general gameplay related ones, only writing up a release about the game and providing a fair amount of screenshots. We will share more with you as this project develops more. Formula E driver fired after cheating in online race. Formula E driver Daniel Abs has been let go from his contract and all other obligations after a cheating scandal in some online racing. He was due to participate in a race with a lot of his peers when it was found that Daniel wasn't behind the digital wheel at all. In his place was a racing sim professional driver who has also been punished for his role in the scandal. Both men have had titles stripped, and Daniels has to donate 10,000 euros to a charity. No one should ever cheat, and clearly the consequences show why. Destiny 2's tower on path to destruction. On Reset this week in Destiny 2, a season-long threat finally approaches Earth. A large object known as the Almighty, once set on Devouring Soul, is on a collision course with the tower, the Destiny 2 hub area and player meeting space. The music as soon as you load in is different too, giving a more foreboding feel to the normally excited tower residents. The impending doom is part of the seasonal storyline that players have been working to stop through the help of Rasputin. The long-coming enemy known as the Darkness is also fast approaching, as in-game maps depict their ships entering the space around Uranus. Will this lead to the destruction of Titan as happening during the collapse? We aren't sure, but the speculation is running wild. We will keep you up to date as we learn more about Destiny's evolving world. Phantasy Star Online 2 launches on PC. Sega has completed the rollout of Phantasy Star Online 2's Western release this week, with the PC version going live this Wednesday, May 27th. The long-awaited MMO is finally on North American shores, and the Oracle fleet of Arcs is calling you. From exploring alien worlds to playing Black Nyuk in the casino, this veteran title will surely appeal to those looking for an escape from other MMOs right now. We here at Sync have a video coming in a few days focusing on our first impressions from the standpoint of a Japanese server player, an MMO fiend, and an MMO novice, with the goal of giving some tips and showing off parts of the game we feel might not have gotten enough attention. So be on the lookout for that video, which is coming soon. Alright everyone, that's Sync for May 26th through the 29th. If you haven't subscribed yet but you'd like to, you know where that button is. Lastly, let us know what games you've been playing in the comments, and once again, thanks for watching and we'll see you next episode here at Sync.